Regan.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the Scottish Government, as part of its work to further the case for Scottish independence, what its position is on whether it could hold a referendum on the powers of the Scottish Parliament.
Minister Jamie Hepburn.
This Parliament has a clear mandate to hold a referendum on independence from the last election. Last year, this Parliament passed a motion calling on the UK Government to respect the right of people in Scotland to choose their constitutional future. The UK Government should respect both the 2021 election result and the position of this Parliament. At this stage, we have no plans to hold any other referendum on the powers of the Scottish Parliament.
Regan.
Last week, the Alba party released poll results showing an overwhelming majority of the country support the Scottish Parliament having the power to negotiate for and legislate for independence. Support for independence, of course, last week also showing at 52%. If the Scottish Government doesn't want to back a bill that can unblock the constitutional roadblock, which is what the Minister has just described, how then do they propose to move Scotland forward towards independence in this session of the Parliament?
Minister.
Well, it was no surprise to me that, of course, people in Scotland do expect and do believe that it should be this Parliament that has responsibility for these matters. And indeed, the manifesto on which I stood, and indeed the member both stood on, is that people in Scotland should be provided the opportunity to have their say in the future of this country, and the UK Government should respect that. But what I am also committed to doing, and derived from the manifesto on which I stood and the member stood, is to continue to provide the people of Scotland with the information they need to make an informed decision. We've published 9 Building a New Scotland papers thus far, covering a range of subject matter. We'll continue to take that forward. Indeed, we debated one of those papers just yesterday on the European Union, and we saw the Tory, Labour, Liberal and Democrat members voting against the simple proposition that Scotland is best served by being part of the EU. Further evidence as to why Scotland is best served by being an independent country.